Are ready for this. How do you push a young athlete to dream big while also tempering their expectations? Craig Young has some hard-earned answers. His son Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy and became the #1 overall NFL draft pick.
In his new book, Growing Up Young, Craig opens up about what he learned as a father and mental health professional. Craig, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we both have jocks for kids.
Okay.
So we talk about this constantly because there's so much pressure they have,
Yes.
and then the parental pressure in addition to that is something that just extraordinary. But you saw potential in your son.
I did.
Very young, right?
Absolutely. Probably about between the ages of 3 and 5. He just really adapted to sports, and just really it was fun for him, which is the key.
Right.
It wasn't training. It was something that was fun and something that he wanted to do. So we just really piggybacked on that and wanted to push him, but pushed him in a way that he knew that he was loved, supported.
How did you do that?
Right.
Because I think
Tell
that's
us.
that's like the secret sauce. Because you said something very interesting. You saw potential at 3.
Yeah.
When you see a child's potential at 3, they are destined for greatness. Like.
Tiger.
There are 18-year-olds that are like,
Yeah.
he's going to play in the NFL, and I'm like, I love you, my dude, but no, you're not.
No, you're not.
So how did you balance the having fun, but also pushing him enough so that he would continue it?
Well, since we're all going to keep it 100 here, right? Yeah. So in the book, I did not balance that well in the beginning because, like you see, sometimes when you see great potential, you feel as a parent, you're a steward of that, and you don't want them to not reach it. And almost you feel like their gift is yours, and that their performance and their how they succeed or don't succeed is a reflection on
Hugely
you
accurate.
And you
Unbelievably
as a
accurate.
parent.
Yep.
So you know what? We got to deal with our stuff first.
Right.
So our stuff from childhood, our stuff, the way that we were parented, our stuff within our relationship. So main thing for me is I had to deal with that stuff. I had to get introspective and seek counseling. Talk to my wonderful, beautiful, amazing wife who was saying, you know, you're blowing it. You're blowing this relationship.
Yeah.
And it's negatively affecting him and our family. So I used the training that I had as a clinician, which I was ignoring because you know how we do as parents.
So funny,
it's
yeah.
easy to give the advice, but when it's our own kid, it's
Tough.
different.
Yeah.
We have very different ways of sideline behavior, Marisol and I. She is the calm, collected person. I am the go, da, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When you're on the sidelines and your kid's playing in a game, what is your advice to parents?
Okay. 1, breathe. Okay. The sidelines isn't the Super Bowl. It isn't the World Series.
Right.
It's a time. It isn't the NBA Finals. It is a time for your kid to develop, to learn, to and you know what they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
And so those expectations and all those things that we want aren't going to be built in a day, and that the sidelines and the sports, it's a proving ground.
Yeah.
And so allow them to express themselves and to have successes and failures, but let them know, irrespective of your successes and failures, that doesn't change my love for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't change how much I appreciate you, and then we're going to figure this out together.
Yeah. I'm just imagining you on the sidelines.
It's awful.
There is also this 2 things. Cheer for your child, not against another child, because I've seen melees where that happens.
Yeah.
But also, what advice do you have for parents? Your child gets off the pitch, off the court. What do you immediately say to them? Or even if there's a timeout?
Immediately say, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
How did that feel for you?
Yeah.
Listen. Sometimes as parents, we want to talk before listen, and they'll tell you. You just got to give them time.
Yeah.
And so just really constantly checking in with them.
Yeah.
That's the advice I give.
I very early on would say, and I've told you this, I love watching you play. I love watching you wrestle, whether they won or whether they lost. And it's true, when they're ready to start talking about it, they will be like, you know, I missed that play, or I can't believe I got pinned again by so-and-so.
Yep, exactly. Let them say it in their own words. Like, hey, when you're ready to talk about the game, let's talk about it. And then say, how did you feel? What did you do? What are some of the things you felt you could have done better? What are some things that you felt that you did really, really well?
Right.
And then have a discussion so they feel it's collaborative, not you judging them.
Yeah.
We had Landon Donovan on recently, and he said, also leave your kids alone.
Yeah.
Let them play on their own, which is like parents are just
What?
staring at,
alone?
Right, but so good for them to
me.
remember that this is, like you said in the first moment of this interview, is you said, have fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. It's sports.
It's a game.
Right,
It's a game.
right, and that's something we forget constantly.
Yeah. I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I mean, no shade. It's good to know that even the professional.
Oh yeah.
has challenges with it too. So after 25 years in mental health, you've probably heard just about every parenting question. What is the one question you wish more parents would ask?
How can I make this fun for my child?
Yeah.
And what are the ways that I can improve this experience for them?
Yeah.
And because usually it's always asked about performance. How can I make them better?
Yeah.
And more so, how can I make them fun, and how can I make this an experience that's lasting and that builds skills outside of sports, and that are skills that you can use irrespective of how far you go to sports. Because all the things, teamwork, building relationships, learning how to be a part of something bigger than yourself, those all translate outside of how you perform on the field. And oftentimes, most of the companies, that's what they want.
Right. Life lessons.
Exactly.
It all starts now at sports. Thank you so much. That was great stuff,
Thank you for having me.
Of course, absolutely.
Our pleasure.
His book, Growing Up Young, is available now, so go check it out. Get some advice. I'm going to take your advice.
I am as well.
Yep.
Holy smokes.